Tonight we are honoring my dear friend and fellow board member, Anthony D. Schlesinger, with New York Methodist Hospital's 2015 James Monroe Buckley Award in recognition of his dedicated service on the hospital board of trustees. The award is named after Reverend Dr. James Monroe Buckley, whose tireless efforts led to the creation of our hospital. We celebrate his legacy through an award to a trustee who has advanced our mission. Anthony has advanced our mission. He indicated when he retired that he wanted to do something else, and he chose to do it here with Methodist Hospital. And we have benefited from his expertise, advice, time and time and again.
I have known Tony for many, many years. We all moved to Brooklyn Heights in late 60s, early 70s. At some point, Tony departed for Manhattan, and he was in Manhattan for a number of years, and then wisdom prevailed, and he returned to Brooklyn, and that made it very clear to me that he was very committed to Brooklyn. He is involved in other nonprofit organizations in Brooklyn, notably St. Anne's Warehouse Theater. I said to him that, Tony, we certainly can use your legal expertise and experience, but we do have a number of lawyers on the board as well as finance people. And I feel that a very important function on the board is getting closer to the actual delivery of the medical services. And that means getting closer to what goes on with the doctors, nurses, and all other members of the staff. And the way to do that, in my opinion, would be to join the Quality Improvement and Professional Relations Committee, which I warned Tony was a fairly substantial commitment of time, but it does get the members of that committee, and thereby the board, closer to what really happens around here.
He's just a wonderful person to be around with and to work with. He makes a significant contribution just by his presence alone to our board.
I grew up in Dallas and moved to Brooklyn in 1967, shortly after graduating from law school. One of my law school professors had encouraged me to come to New York to pursue my interest in corporate law at one of the big Wall Street law firms. My plan was to spend about 3 years at the firm, if I could last that long, and then go back to Dallas. That plan was scrapped after about 6 months. The fact was, I had fallen in love with New York, especially Brooklyn Heights, and wanted to make my life here, no matter what. Happily, things worked out at the firm, and I stayed for 24 years until I was lured away by another firm. I had a pretty interesting 41-year legal career at 2 great law firms, specializing in international financings for a diverse mix of clients, ranging from airlines and utilities to the Ringling Brothers Circus, Woody Allen movies, and Major League Baseball. My late wife lost her battle with breast cancer in 2005, which intensified my interest in medical care. Prior to that time, I really had no meaningful contact with hospitals or serious illness, but I wanted to learn more, and my retirement freed me up with the time necessary to delve into the issues. When my friend Bo Rogers asked if I might be interested in joining the New York Methodist Board in 2008, I jumped at the opportunity. My first encounter with New York Methodist was a meeting with Mark Mundy and Dr. Tony Tortolani. Needless to say, I was impressed with both of them and their vision for the hospital. And I figured there had to be a strong team behind them and I was not disappointed. Fast forward to 2015, I'm still living in Brooklyn Heights, and now that Brooklyn is so hip internationally, we enjoy being envied by our friends from other parts of the world, including even Manhattan. But now I'm enjoying retirement with my beautiful wife, Anne. Tonight's our anniversary, by the way. We have an extended family of 5 children and stepchildren, including Erin, who was a mother-baby nurse at Mount Sinai, 1 son-in-law, 1 soon-to-be daughter-in-law, and a new grandchild. In addition to serving on the board of New York Methodist, I've served on boards of other not-for-profits, which is my way of giving back, and also staying active. There are 2 things in particular that are exciting to me about the future of New York Methodist. The first is the Center for Community Health, which is moving ever closer to reality. And the second is my belief that New York Methodist will emerge stronger than ever from the ongoing shakeout of Brooklyn hospitals. I'd like to thank Mark Mundy and the entire New York Methodist family under the wise and gentle leadership of Reverend Carrington for giving me the opportunity to serve.